In Shreveport, Louisiana, a biker gang gathers at a bar where they manufacture crystal meth. Their leader, Danny T., discusses a drug shipment with one of his men, Dalton, and his son, Jojo. Outside, DEA agent silently neutralize the guards and disable the lights. The agents storm the bar, and during the raid, Dalton is revealed to be an undercover DEA agent named Phil Broker. A shootout erupts between the gang and the agents. Danny and Jojo manage to escape, with Broker in pursuit. During the chase, Broker crashes his bike into Danny's car, leading to Danny's capture. Broker shoots Jojo in the leg, but when Jojo appears to reach for a gun, police open fire, killing him. Arrested, Danny blames Broker for his son's death. Troubled by the events, Broker resigns from the DEA. 2 years later, Broker and his daughter, Maddy, have relocated to a small town in New Orleans where Maddy's late mother grew up. At school, Maddy's classmate, Teddy Klum, pushes her and mocks her, so she retaliates by breaking his nose. Broker, now running a contracting business with his friend Teedo, is called to the school alongside Teddy's parents, Cassie and Jimmy Klum. The school counselor, Susan Hetch, explains that Teddy has special needs. The local sheriff, Keith Rodrigue, is present to maintain order due to Cassie's history of causing scenes, including threatening the principal. Cassie persuades Jimmy to confront Broker, but Broker easily overpowers him. Witnessing the fight, the sheriff lets Broker go. On the way home, Cassie angrily berates Jimmy for allowing Broker to humiliate them. Meanwhile, drug dealer Gator Bodine confronts a group of local teenagers, punishing one by breaking his leg with a bat for operating in his territory. That evening, Gator's sister, Cassie, visits him and asks him to intimidate Broker. It is also revealed that Cassie has a drug addiction, with Gator serving as her primary supplier. The following day, Broker asks Susan for help organizing Maddy's birthday party. Susan cautions him to be careful, warning that people in the area often act recklessly. Later, Broker seeks out Jimmy at his workplace to apologize for their earlier altercation, and Jimmy accepts. While refueling his car at a gas station, Broker is approached by 2 of Gator's men, who provoke him by cutting off the fuel supply. Broker quickly overpowers and beats them, demanding to know who sent them, but gets no response. After picking up Maddy from school, they are stopped by Sheriff Keith, who questions Broker about the gas station incident and speculates about his background, suspecting he might have military or law enforcement experience. Broker offers no answers. While Broker is horseback riding with Maddy, Gator breaks into their home. He steals one of Maddy's stuffed animals and her cat, Luther. As he searches through Broker's personal belongings, Gator discovers that Broker is a former DEA agent. He finds a photo of Broker undercover and realizes he was responsible for Danny T's arrest. Later, when searching for Luther, Broker discovers the decapitated head of Maddy's stuffed animal. Gator contacts his ex-girlfriend, Sheryl Mott, who works at a bar. They meet the next morning and have sex. During their conversation, Gator shares what he has learned about Broker, knowing that people connected to Danny and Jojo are still searching for the person responsible for Jojo's death. Gator reveals his stash of drugs and proposes trading information about Broker to Danny in exchange for statewide distribution rights for his product. Initially hesitant due to Danny and his gang's dangerous reputation, Sheryl eventually agrees after Gator persuades her. Meanwhile, Broker confronts Jimmy, accusing him of breaking into his home and stealing Luther, but Jimmy denies it. Later, Broker gives Maddy a new stuffed animal to replace the one that was destroyed. That night, Sheryl meets with Danny's lawyer, Werks, and provides the information about Broker as a gift for Danny. Werks later visits Danny in prison, where Danny orders him to arrange for Broker to be killed. The next day, Maddy apologizes to Teddy by inviting him to her birthday party. While working, Broker asks Teedo about Jimmy and learns that while Jimmy is a coward, his wife's brother, Gator, is a completely different story. Teedo explains that Gator is a small-time criminal who evades justice by paying off the sheriff. He warns Broker to be cautious and mentions that Gator has a routine of eating breakfast at the same local diner every day at the same time. Later, Sheryl meets Cyrus Hanks, a hitman for Danny T's gang, at a diner. Cyrus extracts information from Sheryl about Broker's location. Meanwhile, Gator visits Cassie's house and warns her to stay away from Broker. Jimmy takes the opportunity to plead with Gator to stop supplying Cassie with drugs, as she is falling apart. Broker is contacted by an old DEA colleague who provides him with information about Gator. Broker learns that Gator's ex-girlfriend, Sheryl, used to associate with Danny's biker gang. The colleague promises to send a photo of Sheryl the next day. The next morning, Gator is having breakfast with Sheryl when Broker confronts him, threatening him over breaking into his house and stealing his daughter's cat. Broker later receives a photo of Sheryl from his old DEA colleague, confirming that his location has been compromised and people are after him. Determined to act, Broker goes to Gator's house to investigate. After setting a booby trap on Gator's lights, he finds Maddy's cat. While playing with the cat, he is ambushed and knocked out by Gator's thugs. Despite being beaten and tortured, Broker overpowers them and escapes. Realizing the danger, he decides he and Maddy need to leave town and asks Teedo to help transport his horses. Later, Sheryl, Cyrus, and members of Danny's biker gang arrive at Gator's place. Gator informs them about Broker's house, and Cyrus declares they will kill Broker that night. Annoyed, Gator scolds Sheryl for bringing the gang to his home. When Cyrus asks Gator to guide them to Broker's house, Gator refuses, fearing he will be the first suspect if anything goes wrong. Instead, Cyrus takes Sheryl with him, promising to return her after the job is done. While the gang heads to Broker's house, Gator is across town, playing pool and chatting with Sheriff Keith to establish an alibi. At the stable, Teedo senses something amiss and spots an armed member of Cyrus's crew in the barn. They fight, but Teedo is overpowered. However, he manages to impale the attacker with a pitchfork. Teedo uses his car horn to warn Broker, but is shot by another gang member. Hearing the commotion, Broker hides Maddy in the basement and instructs her to call 911. He then systematically takes down the attackers. Meanwhile, Maddy is chased by one of the gang members and flees into the woods. Broker ultimately saves her by killing the attacker just as he is about to harm her. Panicked, Sheryl calls Gator to report the chaos. As Broker fights Cyrus, Maddy runs through the woods, calling for help. She encounters Sheryl, who takes her away. Broker eventually overpowers Cyrus in a brutal fight and kills him by stabbing him to death. Sheryl places Maddy on a boat and speeds away. The police arrive as medics attend to Teedo. Maddy manages to contact Broker, giving him clues about her location, mentioning 2 large fans in a barn. Remembering the place, Broker pursues Sheryl in the sheriff's car. Sheryl arrives at Gator's place just as he returns. Gator angrily scolds her for bringing Maddy to his house. Grabbing a gun, he plans to kill Maddy, but Sheryl stops him. Soon after, Cassie and Jimmy arrive, questioning Gator about the attackers and the missing child, as the situation is now all over the news. When Sheryl tries to take Maddy away, Maddy screams, catching Cassie's attention. Seeing the commotion, Cassie activates the modified lights Broker had rigged earlier, triggering an explosion. In the chaos, Cassie grabs Maddy, but Gator intervenes, accidentally shooting Cassie in the stomach. Gator takes Maddy and flees the scene just as Broker arrives and the house explodes. Broker chases Gator to a closed-off bridge. After Broker's car flips and the police arrive, Gator attempts to shoot him, however, Maddy intervenes just in time. Before Sheriff Keith can fire, Broker disarms Gator and beats him severely. As he prepares to shoot Gator, he looks at Maddy and decides to spare his life. Both Gator and Sheryl are arrested, while Cassie is rushed to the hospital for treatment. Later, Broker visits Danny in prison and warns him that when he gets out, he will be waiting. If you enjoyed this video, don't be shy to hit the like button, and if you disliked it, hit the dislike button twice, just to be sure. It would be best if you watched the whole movie. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe for more videos like this.